Hello, my name is Sindy Lopez, and right now we're about to interview Mr. Parrish. Could you describe your college experience?
The best experience of my life, besides having my children and being born. My college experience was awesome. It taught me responsibilities. It showed me the world. It showed me how I can take my intellect and use it for the betterment of people, especially children. You get so much from going to a college or university. Like, it's endless things that you can actually talk about, But it actually was a great part of my life that actually shaped who I am today.
What made you want to be a guidance counselor?
Well, at first I didn't want to be a guidance counselor. At first I was trying to be a respiratory therapist like my mom. And then from that experience, when I first got to Bowie State, I was a computer analyst. That was my major, computers. Then after that, I changed my majors to communications, and I fell in love with it. And then once I first graduated, when I first graduated from Bowie State, I started working at WBAL TV in Baltimore. And I was only working for like 2 or 3 months, and I went to a mentoring seminar with my fraternity then, and that changed my whole life to now, made me become an educator, a teacher, a guidance counselor, a mentor, and just so many other facets in my occupation.
Is there a part of this job that scares you?
Yeah, but I don't want to say it on camera.
Okay.
The part of the job, I'll give you a little insight. The part of the job that scares me is the fact that in the near future, education is not going to be taken seriously. What you could do with computers are the way of the future, which is understandable, but what I'm starting to see is that the art of teaching and the teaching occupation is something that needs to be held on to and needs to be revered in our society. But being the way things are and money is ruling and you have to have a corporate sense and everything, is that education and corporation, it goes hand in hand, but education and corporation doesn't go when you're trying to teach people about liberal arts of life. Liberal arts of life doesn't have a corporate sense to it. It's just living, and that basic form of education is kind of being tugged at right now, which actually keep education like such an entity that it keeps its balance. Certain people are talking at certain things at education that keeps education what it is.
Do you ever regret becoming a counselor?
Never. Because I have too many children that I've affected their lives for 17 years, and now they've grown up and got families, and I talk to them, and I'm godfather of children who I was their guidance counselor. I think I'm the godfather of like 25, 30 kids, which is awesome. It's just a legacy, but my paycheck, as teachers we get paid like anybody every 2 weeks. But my paycheck is when a student comes and shows me, or he or she shows me, that they are succeeding in life. Any which way possible, but they are succeeding in life. That's my paycheck.
Could you tell us about your experience working with students at this age level?
I started in the middle school level, and I had an opportunity to come here by the principal at the time, was named Mr. Mark Fawcett. And when I had enough energy and insight for high school, but high school taught me about certain levels of children and how to deal with 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th. And when you're in middle school, you're dealing with 6th, 7th, and 8th graders, and it's a total different facet. It's a total different world from middle school to high school and the things that they're dealing with. They're dealing with certain things, but on high school it's much of a greater level, and you're trying to curb or help behaviors where it won't be destructive for them after they leave high school and they be productive citizens.
If you had to tell me one thing to encourage me to go to college, what would it be?
The difference between you going to college and not going to college is a vision. That's how I tell kids. Okay, your first goal is to go to college. But if you have a vision that you can actually complete, that doesn't have college in it, but it has purpose, it has outside and inside influences, and it has some stability where it will enhance you as an adult as you go older. Yes, that like all right, for an example, I definitely, as a guidance counselor, I'm pushing kids to go to college. But if they don't want to go to college, like somebody might want to go to a trade school or a nursing program, it's not college, but it's actually a track in which they're continuing to be young and productive young people. Yeah, we can definitely do that. So my first thing is definitely college, but whichever way I can steer the child to be productive after high school, that's the plan I'm working with. That's the plan I'm working with.
What did you aspire as a young child?
As a child, I aspired to be, I wanted to be a professor. And I wanted to be a doctor, and I wanted to be a professor. I completed one of those things. I became a professor at the age of 27. And I wanted to change the world. I wanted to change the world and make the world a better place. Like, yeah, that was my thinking back in the day when I was younger. And now that I think about it, it wasn't a bad vision to have or to actually have for other people other than myself. But, you know, growing up, you know how hard it is, and you know how you need other people to help you. Sometimes you can do certain things on your own, but it takes other people to help you to get visions and different things done that you have for a mass of people other than yourself.
What is your inspiration?
My top inspiration to keep me going is the children.
Thank you for letting us into.
Oh, it's my pleasure.